You can be everywhere online, but you cannot be everywhere physically. And that is why we have today's guest. She's a master connector, a brand whisperer, and an expert at representing businesses across a wide array of industries. Additionally, odds are pretty good that you are probably connected with her on LinkedIn. As she laughs as I say this. Sharon is the founder of Your Corporate Concierge, knows how to build relationships, boost brand awareness, and she'll probably get you to laugh in the process, as she's doing to me right now. If you'd like to know how to better represent your business and yourself, you're going to want to stay tuned. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
So, give me the what Your Corporate Concierge does and more, why?
So when I started this company 6 years ago, it was to help people make those first impressions and be able to better connect and show appreciation. There's so many people that own a business that don't show appreciation, and I noticed that when I was in the real estate industry. So I started this company to help people do that and, put more into the people that are supporting them and showing appreciation to that.
So when you say the appreciation side of that, you mean to clients, to employees? How do you mean that?
Whatever they want to do. So if they want to show appreciation to their clients, their referral partners, their friends, anybody that supports them, we'll show appreciation to anybody.
Nice. So you are the person that is the ultimate gift giver in that sense.
Well, we can be, for sure. Mm-hmm.
Because I'm terrible at it. I don't buy gifts for anyone because I'm like, you don't want anything that I would pick out. So it's a bad thing. You started like in some pre-questions.
Yeah.
You worked with clinical engineers.
Yeah.
Doing parts, supplying parts for imaging equipment.
Yes.
Then you were director of first impressions, which seems less of a stretch. What really prompted the shift? I know you said you saw this gap. Is that what it was, where you're like, hey, look, there's this gap here and I can make money at that? Or what was that? It
was started to help realtors show appreciation to their clients and their customers. And from there, it just kind of took on like when I was doing the clinical engineering stuff, I traveled and did our trade shows. So I started to pull all these things of being an outdoor sales rep that I love to do and bring them into my own business. How can I help you do the things that I love to do? I don't do follow-up. I don't like to do my own.
So, I mean, it's about the appreciation side, but it's also the representation side.
Yes.
With the trade shows and things of that nature.
Yeah.
How do you set up for a trade show with something that's a topic that's, I mean, I've seen you guys do stuff for basement companies. You do stuff for window companies. You do stuff for all sorts of different companies that I don't want to say I don't know if you can wield a hammer, but I mean, how does that come about?
We know enough that are going to be able to answer hopefully the immediate questions they have. And if not, we just have a very easy process of being like, you know what? I don't have the answer to that because I just do their events, but let me get your information and I'm going to give it to Josh and make sure he connects with you right away so that way he can follow up with you. So that's usually how we handle it. But we study the company ahead of time. We'll ask them their frequently asked questions so that way we can be a great brand ambassador for their brand. Interesting. I mean, what does that process look like in terms of getting ready with the FAQs and stuff like that? Honestly, I have read them, save them in an audio file, and then just play them over and over and over while I'm driving to try and retain the information. That sounds crazy, but that's what works. Oh, yeah. That's unbelievable. That's interesting. You said that follow-up is often neglected. Yes. You don't like doing follow-up. How do you help them bridging that gap between like, okay, your contact and them? Is it just a pass off? What's done with that? We do pass off the information that we collect. Because we're there, we're meeting with the people. We know what they're looking for. A lot of times we'll make notes on the client. And when we're giving it to our client, we just pass that information off to them. So that way they can follow up like they were the one there. You mentioned return on investment.
How do you guys help? Like, I mean, it's a challenge with events. It's always a big decision with any event, be it a golf outing, a trade show. When I worked in agriculture, I did a number of trade shows where you show up and you're like, okay, how many units do I need to sell just to pay for my booth?
Whether there's 10 people at the event or 10,000, you're going to get 110% of us.
Nice. So you're going to talk to everyone that you can about. That makes sense.
Yeah.
You don't just sit in the back of the booth scrolling.
No. We pay attention. We say hi. We engage. We are big with engagement because that's how we're going to bring people in.
What do you feel is the key for engagement and stuff like that? How do you, I don't want to say suck people into the booth.
Smile.
Smile and just work with them.
Honestly. When somebody smiles back, you just respond to that. So a smile is honestly the easiest way to break ice at any event.
Interesting. So it really comes back to these basics.
Oh, yeah. But not everybody has it.
No, I agree. Because there's a lot of times where I would be in a booth with just a scowl on my face.
We've picked up clients that way. Back when we got this company started, we would go visit trade shows and we would see people sitting in the back of the room way away from their booth and ask them, you don't like to do this, do you? And they're like, can you tell? Yeah.
Yeah, it's obvious.
We can tell. You need me.
So a big part of what you guys offer is that engagement and is that, hey, we're going to be out front. We're not going to be distracted by trying to answer 10 other sales calls, something back at the office.
Yeah.
This is just what we do.
This is why we're a good fill-in, because a lot of times if you send someone from your company that doesn't really want to be there, they're going to be working. Like you said, they're going to be on their phone. They're going to be on their laptop. They're going to be disengaging. They're going to be rude because they don't want to be there. Where, sometimes even the owner being there, sometimes an owner will talk too much, say too much. Like you had them 10 minutes ago. Shh. Let them go,
You just described me.
Oh, I didn't mean to. So we can help with all that.
Interesting. Are there different strategies for like different types of events that you employ with companies?
A lot of our strategy comes into before we meet with a client or before we represent them, we always meet with them to find out, what's going to be on your table? What are we trying to achieve? Are we trying to lead generate? Are we just trying to have brand awareness? So we develop a plan that will work towards what their goals are for that event.
Okay. How do you take on their brand? Is there personality changes that you guys do, or is it kind of the same, or is it just engage all the way across? It's
really just engage all the way across. If there's anything we like to do different is wear a client's logo when we're representing them.
Sure. That makes sense. So if someone's never done an event before, to call you guys and be like, what do we need?
We will help them. We will do a consultation with them, tell them everything that they need, give them ideas of where they can order things. So that way we put it all in a checklist. So that way when the event comes, they can just go off of the checklist, make sure everything's for us and ready for us to pick up.
Nice. What would be one of the biggest benefits to having someone like yourself besides just the engagement out in front there?
Save time. We can save people time.
Oh, no kidding.
You can go to your child's event. You can go to a different event. You have something else that you can do. We can save people time, frustration. There's a lot of times, even recently, we still get calls. Hey, my whole team has COVID. Can you cover for us? I know. We're still getting those.
Wow.
But we can help people when they don't have time or they don't have the resources to be able to be in two places at once.
Nice. That makes sense. I like that. If someone's looking to start like their storytelling and to create these authentic connections at an event, besides smile, I know that's going to be your big thing that you're going to go back to. What's something that you would suggest to them that they do before an event like that?
Typically what we have seen is in order to get that engagement out of them, a lot of times you have to do like a giveaway, right? So honestly, besides that smile and that engagement, a lot of people just want to sign up for something that's really nice. So we help them pick out like the great raffle prize.
No kidding.
Yeah.
What have been some of the good raffle prizes? I'm curious.
Oh, we have had a Blackstone griddle once.
Oh, no kidding.
An overnight stay at a local boutique hotel. We raffled off a few of those. That was really fun. You can't go wrong with bourbon.
Right. No, that's because the other thing is too, is you can always regift that. So even if the person doesn't want it, they'll be like, here, look what I got for you. Makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
So you've worked with a plethora of different businesses through different industries. Mm-hmm. I've seen it on your socials. It's everything from over here to over there. What are some of the key learnings that you've gained through representing such diverse businesses?
People are people. If you know how to read people, it doesn't matter what industry you're in. If you know how to read people, you're going to do well.
Interesting. And so it's just making that connection.
Yeah. You can tell people that are walking by that they don't want to be talked to. They'll burst into flames if we say hello. We can read that. We can tell the people that we can engage with. We can know usually ahead of time, like, we're going to be able to pull that person in to say hi and talk with us.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. So it's the people.
It's people.
I love it. What are some common pitfalls you've seen some company? I mean, obviously, I'm assuming you've seen other booths and other things.
Yeah.
What are some things where you're like, oh, that's not good?
Well, when you go to a trade show and you see somebody sitting down looking at their computer and they never look up.
Sure.
I've literally watched people walk up to a table, grab literature, and the person never look up.
Kind of defeats the whole purpose of being at the trade show.
You spend a lot of money to be there. You should be engaged. People leaving their booth for extended periods of time.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah. Missing business. That's why you become friends with your neighbors. They help you out.
Sure. Your knack for connecting with people and connecting people is amazing, ridiculous, and all these other things. You are probably one of the most heavily involved with B&I people that I know. And you do that through making all these connections with so many other people. Yeah. How does that translate into the brand ambassadorship? Is that just through the trade shows, or how does that help you? That connection ability help you
with B&I?
Yeah, with any of it. How does that help you be the better brand ambassador?
Kind of like you said, you see us all the time on social media.
Yes.
So I think people are looking for someone that can get them out there and know that everybody's going to see it. So.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense. Something that is a big question for me, because we talked about the return on investment.
Yeah.
Someone's trusting you to go out and be the smiling face for their business. How do you build that trust with them initially?
I just get to know them. Honestly, most of the clients that I've worked with have gotten to know me, and they've seen our behavior on social media. They know how we help each other. They know how we help our clients. So I think that makes a big difference.
And it's funny because over like the past year or so, I've seen a little bit of this. How has your personal brand evolved through your work? The look on your face for this is because there's been an evolution for you.
There has.
How has that changed?
It's crazy. It's like we don't even market ourselves. We market our clients for the most part. And when I started this, I just wanted to be happy and pay my bills. And here we are. We have 5 ambassadors in 2 different states. And it's just something that I never expected was going to happen. And by helping our clients become successful and make those first impressions, we've done it for ourselves all along.
Nice. I like that. So you said 5 total.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah.
2 states.
Yeah.
3 of them have been the past year and a half?
Since the beginning of this year.
Okay. So in the past 8 months.
Yeah.
Because this is the beginning of August already.
I know.
Yeah. If someone's looking to build their personal brand, they're going to establish themselves. They want to become like that thought leader. They want to get out there. What would be a piece of advice that you would give to them?
Trust yourself. Listen to yourself, for sure.
When's a time that you've done that or that you didn't do that? When's a time that went really right, or where you didn't trust yourself and it went wrong?
So a little over 6 years, I trusted myself, and so far it hasn't been wrong.
I like that.
Yeah. Not to say that every day is perfect, but
Right.
it hasn't gone wrong yet.
Right. We are business owners. There are days where we're like, why do we do this?
It was the scariest thing ever to go from having a paycheck to relying on yourself.
Yeah.
But it was the best thing I ever did, with no regrets.
What was the thing that made you finally say, this is what I have to do?
Oh, my aha moments. I had already started the company, but I had gone to a golf outing with one of my friends. And in that golf course, I was like, this is something I want to do, because it was so much fun. So my aha moment was when I was sitting out on that golf course, like, I can do this. This is what this can become.
And 6 years later, it's become that.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's pretty cool. The big thing that I'm going to say is if someone isn't following you already, they probably have been hiding under a rock. But where can people find you?
I am on LinkedIn. I am on Facebook, Instagram. And you can also find us on our website, yccambassador.com.
yccambassador.com. You are good in picking something shorter for your name rather than I made the mistake with mine of making people type it all out, and it's rough.
Do you know how many people can't spell concierge?
I'm one of them. Thank goodness for spell check. With that all being said, some interesting pieces in terms of how to represent your brand, how to engage with people, and really how to just get out there and, bring in a larger audience. To me, that's all really good stuff. That all being said, as I always say, make sure you take care of yourself. And if you can, take care of someone else too. We will see you soon.